chat with you, man.
Yeah, definitely. What gym day is it? Is it arms? Is it legs? What we got?
That's a little full body, man. Full body. I got training today. I do like little kickboxing, martial arts stuff. So I guess a little bit of everything, upper body and cardio.
Nice. Are you into MMA a lot? Do you watch like UFC and stuff like that?
I do, man. I can't really say I followed as much as I used to. But yeah, definitely growing up. I mean, I was in martial arts since I was like 10 years old. Done anything from like karate to kickboxing to boxing to judo, all kinds of stuff, man. So
All right, so you're well rounded in that respect.
I like to think so. I hope so.
So, what do you got going on in the studio tonight?
I'm just finishing up some stuff for my EP, man. Just some last little touches on a certain track, and that way I can just kind of have this thing ready to rock. By the end of July, it's gonna be coming out the end of July.
All right, and this is Punk Rock Cowboy, right? I'm sorry, Rise of the Underdog.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Rise of the Underdog. Yes, sir.
The video is Punk Rock Cowboy featuring YouTuber Nicole Arbour and Gangsta Boo of 3 6 Mafia fame.
Correct. Yes. Correct. Interesting group, man.
Yeah, how did that all come about?
Um, Small world, man. I live in LA, and living in LA, dude, you kind of just bump elbows with people in the industry when you're in it. And I was filming a commercial actually. I was filming a Snickers commercial, and I ended up, yeah, I know,
Wow.
go figure. I ended up meeting her boyfriend, who was also on set during the time of the commercial. And long story short, we just kind of started talking music and stuff, man. And we knew a lot of the same people. And I told him that I'm now doing my solo project, and I'm looking specifically for like a female rapper. I wanted someone that could really just kind of like bring it, and at the same time, people wouldn't. Expect to see. And so I just kind of started getting that, and he was just like, well, hey, dude, he's like, why don't you just use my girlfriend? And I'm like, okay, she
Does
raps.
she
And
rap?
he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah. He was like, yeah, check her out. And he pulls out his phone. He's like, oh, it's Gangsta Boo, 3 6 Mafia. Like, okay.
Yeah, I
So
think
I was
we're gonna
like,
use your girlfriend.
yeah. And I was like, yeah, that could work, man. Sure. But yeah, so I was like, dude, if she's cool with it, totally. You know what I mean? So, anyways, long story short, he just linked this up, man, and we just kind of hit it off from there. She was super cool and really down to do it. I sent her the track. She liked the track a lot. She liked the idea. I know it was a little something different than what she usually does, so
Yeah.
I know she was like so excited about that as well. And so that was cool, man. That was really cool. And then Nicole, also funny. Being what the song was about is kind of sarcastic, and at the same time, it's funny. It has a serious message, and I wanted to come off a certain way. I want people to understand that, like, yeah, like I'm goofy and I have fun, but at the same time, too, there is something that's going on in the world that I feel needs to be said. And I figure, Nicole Arbour would be a perfect person to jump on board with that because one, being a comedian, two, I know she takes a lot of heat, she pisses a lot of people off, but at the same time, I think some of the stuff she said is pretty relevant, and I just figured what perfect mix to have her and Gangsta Boo on this track. So,
Yeah, really.
why not, right?
Yeah.
So I reached out to her, man. I reached out to her. I didn't know how it would go or if she'd even care. And she liked it. She got back to me like right away, and she really dug the track. I was super stoked, man. She was really busy at the time, so we linked up schedules, and she came out here to LA. She's from Canada. She's
Mm-hmm.
Canadian. Yeah, and then
A.
she came out here. We got, and yeah,
A.
and it was cool, man. We just we clicked, really clicked. We had a lot of similar ideas, and the chemistry was just there, dude. We got to hang out, and it was really cool. Now we're really good friends, man. We're stoked about it. I mean, plan to do some more stuff in the future.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to see. Just you're combining two worlds. You're combining the music world with the YouTube world, which a lot of
Right.
musicians don't take advantage of. I know a few like scene bands are working with Jared Dines, like doing all those
Yeah.
little like the little mock videos of how to be a screamo frontman, how to be a punk frontman, and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah.
So now, is there going to be a punk hop how to be a frontman coming soon? Since you basically invented a genre.
I mean, I'm open to it, man. I'm definitely open to it. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't take a. There you are.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
you go. Dumb camera.
All right. I mean, I don't I don't take myself too serious in the sense of like labels as far as like I'm this genre, I'm that or that. Like even with like the kind of adding the whole hip hop influence what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be a rapper. I never will claim to be a rapper. That's
Hmm.
I come from a band background with punk rock and metal, and by no means trying to be a rapper. it's just an influence of mine that I wanted to incorporate into what I'm doing now to be different from what I did before. Just something I just want to try something different. So I mean, yeah, if there's a video if someone wants to do that, or I'll hop on board and do it. I always have fun making fun of myself, so I would keep something, man. I'm down for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I heard the track Punk Rock Cowboy, and I'm like, okay, so you start off with like a little MC Lars type of vibe. That little, okay, I'm going to do a little fast rapping, kind of fun, nothing too serious. Next thing you know, boom, boom. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
It's very abrupt. It does come. I mean, you don't expect it. It's one of those things, and that's what I wanted. I specifically wanted that. I wanted for people to not really know what's coming, because I feel like a lot of stuff is kind of predictable.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna do something that's crazy, is trying to mix those two genres and call it a whole different genre, I mean, why not just make it crazy? You know what I mean? So I'm all in, man, and I just try to mix the two sounds. Obviously, my heart's in punk rock. That's where I come from. And at the same time, growing up listening to hip hop, so I'm just like, you know what? Why don't we just combine these two worlds? Let's see what happens and roll with it. You know what I mean? And the chorus I wrote that chorus probably like 5 different times until I just decided to stick with what the chorus is now. So yeah, it did alter. It changed quite a bit.
So you say you had a punk rock background. You were in the band. What was it? Against All Odds, right?
Correct. Yes, correct. Yeah. I mean, that was fun, man. That was we had a good run. We got to do some touring. We were signed to Soul Music / Elite Music Group, which is under the umbrella of Sony. Okay. So that was cool. That was fun. I got to meet a lot of people that I looked up to growing up playing. I got to perform with them. Made a lot of good friends, man. A lot of good memories. Did some really rad shows. Did some really stupid things, but I don't regret anything. It was fun, man.
Yeah. Well, this is basically a podcast about concerts and live music and touring and stuff like that. Is there maybe one show, whether it's with Against All Odds or this current project right now, that sticks out in your mind, or something crazy happened, or you open up for someone huge? I mean, you did open up for bands like Escape the Fate and Story of the Year to Cottonmouth Kings. I mean, there's a whole range of bands in between, so.
It was crazy, man. I mean, honestly, there's definitely times where things were crazy. We'd always have after parties. That was kind of the thing. Kind of got known for a while. We'd have after parties.
So you're the party bands.
Yeah, we became a party band. We
All
did.
Right.
We definitely not gonna lie. We were influenced by Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Ben Sevenfold, Treyu, stuff like that. AFI, and so we did kind of become a party band. And after parties, I mean, anything from doing stupid stuff in hotel rooms, man. You know what I mean? Just like trashing hotel rooms, which you think is cool at the time, but you realize, man, that was kind of stupid. But yeah, doing stuff like that.
Do a little David Lee Roth.
Yeah, just because you can do it, you know what I mean? I remember there was this one show we did. There was a house party we went to after the show, because that happened a lot. You play a show, you meet people, and they invite you over, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we were at this house party, and I remember just we just got so hammered, you know what I mean? And just totally just being dumb, just going crazy in the house, trying to wreck these parties. They didn't care. They were partying and doing their thing, but I mean, little things like that where you just kind of look back at it, man, was that really necessary? I mean, just throwing stuff all over the place, making a mess, the room, and it kind of just
the mattress is in the pool for some strange reason. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's times where dude, my band members would be just naked running around the place. It just, it was just it was fun, but yeah. It's one of those things, man, that it just depends on the situation and the time, and something would always happen. So, yeah, it was fun, though. A lot of fun. I remember one time specifically with Scott from Unwritten Law. We did a show with him.
Now he is a certified rock star.
Yes, dude. I won't say exactly what I saw happen, but it was very interesting. And in the back room, it kind of blew up in his face. Something happened. I mean, to his credit, man, Scott's awesome. He's a really cool dude. And I remember one time we even pranked him. We hopped on their bus one time. I think we were in Bakersfield. And while they were playing, we went on. We stuck in their bus, and we totally just tore up their bus. We had a bunch of our posters and flyers. We put it in their fridges, their beds, their showers. They're good guys, man. But yeah, there's a specific show I remember. He did something that was particularly stood out to me, and I couldn't believe it. But it's Scott. Scott's awesome. It ended up kind of blowing up in his face later on, and I saw a little bit of drama go down, but it all ended well. We all had a good time. But it was just a little situation. It's okay, this just happened. All right. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to put him on blast, but yeah, that was one specific thing in my mind that I remember that he did. It was fun.
And I totally believe you too. I met him actually a few weeks ago. He played over in New York at Webster Hall. We interviewed the opening band. They were called Suck Brickhead, and we were like talking to him about opening up for Unwritten Law. He goes, "If I could tell you half the shit I've seen." And this is Scott now. Like, Scott 10 years ago was like completely off the walls. Scott now is still as crazy.
Scott, man, he's a wild card, man. He lives it up. He has a good time. And more power to him. You know what I mean? That's Scott, dude. You know, but yeah, man, he's definitely a dude that's always interesting to be around. Like, he doesn't care.
And he's extremely loyal too. Like, once you're a friend of his, you're a friend for life, I hear.
Yes, man, he's a good dude. Nothing but good experiences with the guy as far as, you know, personally. Good times, man. That guy is very good. I know that they're going again too. I think they're coming out with a new tour, right? Correct.
Yeah, they just came off tour with Phoenix TX and Suck Brickhead not too long ago. So I think they're going out again. I'm not too sure when or where, but.
Cool. Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, that was good times with those dudes. You know.
So I was doing a little bit of research about you, and on your About page, I saw that you consider yourself a punk rock athlete. I mean, you just talked about like going to the gym, but you said in, I believe, your About Me section that it's more of like a sanctuary to you. Like, maybe describe a little bit about that for like people that are thinking about going to the gym on a regular basis, or, you know, just a little scared about going to the gym, and or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think like the whole punk rock athlete thing kind of came from obviously being a musician, having that background, but always being a gym guy. I've been a gym guy since I was old enough to play sports. You know what I mean? It's not something that you know, I know now it's super trendy. Everybody's like all about fitness and you know, cool. It's actually kind of annoying, to be honest. But no, yeah, I've been in the gym, man, since I was like 14 years old, and it's more of like when I was young, I played sports, and I think at the time my parents had me playing sports to keep me out of trouble. It's something that I guess like it helped me develop myself in a way to release. Because as I got older, parents divorced, long story short, you know. So I would resort to the gym a lot for things going on in my life, and it became more like an outlet, a release, an escape, much like music.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, when things are tough with music or you know, writer's block or anything like that, like I'd go to the gym, I'd release, it kind of recenter me, refocus, and then I would be better with music. So by doing that, yeah, the gym for me is more of just like it's like I don't want to sound cliche and like go the way of life, but I mean, for me, it really is because it just helps me stay grounded, keep grounded. You know, I'll go to the gym, I'll hit the bags, you know, do whatever my sessions for that day. I just feel relieved after. I also relieve stress, helps me stay centered. Obviously get your body in shape. You know what I mean? I'm not a freak. I'm not gonna sit there and go, you know, power lift all this weight and be this meathead. You know, if you're into that, then you know that's cool. If you're into that, by all means. Yeah, that's not the kind of guy I am. I'm not that dude that's gonna, you know, pour that down your throat all day and be this gym rat and you know, pump all this iron.
You're doing 50, you can easily do 100. Come on, push it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I think, I mean, if that's the kind of guy you are, then go for it, man. You know, do you.
Yeah.
But yeah, me, I mean, obviously I'm a trainer. I do personal training.
Okay.
It's one of those things that, like, I tell everybody, it's like, it depends on what you want, what you're going for. I'm not going to tell you this is the only way, this is it, this is where you gotta be. It's like, you know, it's not necessarily about that. It's just about you feeling good and, you know, believing you look good and being healthy. So essentially what it is, just to stay healthy, stay in shape, especially when you get on tour and on that stage, man, you get those stages and you're performing for, you know, 30 minutes to an hour straight, and it's hot, and you're sweating, and that cardio comes in, man. It's definitely it's a big factor. So I try to, you know, just try to stay sharp, you know, stay in shape.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, a lot of people let themselves go even out tour or maybe home from tour, but you found like a healthy balance to incorporate everything into your lifestyle, which is pretty cool. And what else is pretty cool is I saw you were a contestant on Steve Austin's Broken Skull Challenge.
What the hell
was that like?
Well, I've always had a love for WWE. That's just something, I mean, as a kid I got into, you know, obviously when you're a kid, you think it's cool and special.
I was the same way, yeah.
Stuff, you know? Yeah, you know, so growing up, obviously Stone Cold was, you know, big at the time, and he's a big influence on me. I thought it was awesome. I remember, because, you know, being in entertainment, I know casting directors and stuff, no contact for certain shows and things, and they know my background as an athlete. And I got the call, like, hey, we're casting this new show. You know, it's where we take athletes and do these crazy challenges and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, sounds cool.
Yeah,
okay, you know, they're like,
Sounds like the real world a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
know. Yeah, they're like, it was brand new at the time, and they're like, we can't tell you too much about it just yet. It's the first season, but we'd love to have you come down, meet with us, let's talk about it, blah blah blah, on camera. Cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. I went down there, and I was like hesitant to. I almost didn't end up going, and last minute, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'll go, and I ended up going. I went in there. I remember walking in. They had like, I think it was like a teaser sample of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like playing in the lobby. It was just like crazy, like barbaric looking dudes out in the desert, like battling each other. And like, wait a second, like, do I really want to do this? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see something fully nothing. I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, okay, that was crazy. But then the other side of me, that competitive side is like, wait, that's kind of awesome though. Like, gotta do this. You know what I mean? Like, this is so gnarly.
So it's like American gladiators meeting like Roman gladiators. Like,
yeah.
when you first saw it, yeah.
So I was like, part of me was just kind of like scared like a little girl, and then like the other part of me was like, dude, you gotta do this. Like, you gotta try this, man. You know what I mean? So went in there, did the interview. Obviously it went well. Interviewed the producers again. Went good. Next thing I know, I get the call. They're like, dude, we need you here. This location way in BFE. At like a hotel where we're staying, and long story short, came in there and on the show. You know what I mean? I go. I don't get to see any of the competition. I don't know where we're going. Nothing. I just know I'm going to some crazy battle the next day, doing God knows what. So yeah, it was nerve wracking, man. Needless to say, I didn't sleep too much that night. I don't think any of us did actually talk to the cast. But after we filmed and it was fun. I'm a little like upset with my performance. And that's also what helped me realize what I need to do fitness wise, how to like better just progress my body, and I changed up my training ever since then. But yeah, just because certain things. I mean, I ended up hurting my knee, unfortunately. There's you can't really see it on the show, but there's a scene where I picked up my opponent and I went to slam him back, and when I pulled him back, I didn't get the full rotation, and his body weight and my knee like pulled it under, and his body weight went on my knee instantly, dude. It was like horrible pain. Like, it was just like, as soon as it happened, like, it just felt like a sharp sting in my knee. My knee felt super, super numb. And I remember trying to hold on, but at the same time inside, I'm just like, oh my God. And I tried to roll over to get up and keep my knee. It just felt so numb. I was just trying. I kept trying to go, but at that point I knew, I was like, man, like, dude, I'm done, So my knee was pretty swollen. I had to get it checked out. I iced it, relaxed it. It ended up being better. I was out for like probably a good week and a half. I didn't recover my knee. There's good guys out there, some tough competitors. It was fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I've actually done some of the producers call me now. I'll do some of the tests, of course. I'll test out the courses for them and go out there and do the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun, man. It keeps me on my toes, And I got to meet Stone Cold, which is super cool. And
I hear he's a good guy. Haven't met him yet, but I hear that he could talk your ear off and make you laugh.
He can, man. He's got a very intimidating presence. And I remember, like, all of his cast members, we're all up there, like, hyped up, chest up, ready, like, we're going to compete. But Stone Cold gets out of that truck, and you can see all of us, like, just like little schoolgirls, like, in awe, you know what I mean? It's just kind of, like, intimidating. like, it's Stone Cold, you know what I mean? He's very broad and big. But, yeah, man, he's super cool off camera. We were conversating. He's kind of shooting the shit with us, man. And it's good. He told stories about his Bronco, how he brought that Bronco from, like, a neighbor, and tell us, like, all kinds of different things. Just one of those things that, like, you wouldn't expect from someone so, like, bigger than life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, his characters. But he's just such a cool guy, you know what I mean? Like, he's down to earth, genuine, nice, which you wouldn't expect from him to be so nice and polite, but he is, man. So it was really cool. Fun experience.
I think the one thing I'd ask him was about the messed up pile driver that screwed up his neck against Owen Hart at SummerSlam '97.
Right.
I know he still has bitter feelings about that, but I'd love to know what just
I know.
Yeah,
I remember hearing him, like, I think it was an interview I saw. He was talking about something that his career was kind of cut short a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't want to dive into that, and at the moment, we were kind of all on the show, and focus on that kind of thing. But yeah, there's definitely, if I can talk to him again, there's definitely some more questions I'd love to chat with you guys. Let's pick his brain. It's Stone Cold, man. You can talk to that guy. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was, one of those things that I'll never forget.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. So if music doesn't work out for whatever reason, is there a possible future in wrestling?
I want to, I want to say possibly. I do want to say possibly.
Putting you on the spot a little bit, I know.
A little bit, yeah. There's things I'm pursuing outside. I don't want to say too much because who knows where they'll go or what will happen. But there is other options that I'm looking into as well. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Might just have to bring you back for a part 2 once it happened.
I got to meet Paige not too long ago.
Really?
Paige.
Wow.
Yeah, that was interesting.
What happened there?
Just partied. We partied. We were at buddies of mine were doing like a little gathering at one of our bars we go to out here, kind of doing like a little get together gathering. They're heading out for football, so kind of stuff mingling. And she's friends with a lot of the same friends, and we all just got to hang out. And she actually hit it off really well with my girlfriend. And come to find out.
Wait a second. I think I'm losing you. Hold up. I think I'm losing you. I can't hear you. I think we lost each other there.
Okay. Can you see me?
Not yet. Hold on.
Okay.
No. It's not a big deal. It's not like a Skype video. It's just like it's going to be an audio.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever works out. So anyways, the last thing I heard was Paige and your girlfriend were getting along.
Yeah. They just kind of hit it off, man. It was really random. That was kind of funny, but yeah, they became really good friends, man. And it's one of those things that everything just it's funny how they worked out. Everything just kind of worked out. We had a good night, and it was fun because I looked at Paige when I seen her first coming to WWE, and I really took a liking to her, and I liked her style and her image and everything. And it was just ironic that I got to bump shoulders with her and meet her, so it was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I still don't understand like the whole like Total Divas thing and who she's going out with. Like she bounced around from Bradley, from Emma Rosa, and then apparently she was what was she engaged to Kevin Scaff of A Day to Remember, and now she's going out with Alberto Del Rio. I'm still lost.
I don't want to say. I know who she was dating, at least who I saw her dating at the time, and who she was with that night. But I'm not going to speak on her behalf. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. That's her life, her business. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to speak on her behalf,
I do not blame you there, but I don't know. I just find it weird the whole like Total Divas. They're trying to do like the reality show, even though it's like scripted. But even wrestling is scripted. So I mean, like, what's true, what's false? It's kind of weird.
It does kind of blur the lines a little bit. It definitely does. And it is hard to make out what's real and what's fake sometimes. But I mean, maybe that's also part of the intrigue of the show. You know what I mean? Maybe that's maybe they do that on purpose in a sense.
I guess so.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, again, like, I don't know. I don't want to say anything that, it's not my place to say. But, yeah, it's definitely an interesting show. I do like the show. I watched the show. It's something that I think also is very beneficial for the wrestlers, especially with the roster, because they don't get too much time on TV. So I think having this show definitely helps them out a lot.
Yeah, and you're still interested in the new product that's going on right now, right? The current product of WWE.
Definitely, I think more so now than I have been probably in a long time. I like the new change that they're trying to do, bringing in new guys, making it more interesting. I feel like they're kind of trying to tap into that Attitude Era again a little bit. I feel like they're trying to do something like that. I'm going to be honest, like, it's not what it used to be. I'm not as big a fan as I was. But I mean, I'm loyal, and I think I'll always be a fan of the WWE. But I think more so now it's getting more exciting again. Like, I'm seeing a lot more talent, a little more charisma and characters with these guys. I think they're going for it a little more now. I think for a while there it was getting kind of dull.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're bringing in a lot of new guys now, man. I think like, I'm a fan of Dean Ambrose. I love his style, his character. I think he plays it very well. He's probably one of my favorites right now. Obviously they brought in AJ Styles, he's a very obviously very talented guy, and
he's basically the top wrestler that was in WWE for a while, and to bring him in is crazy.
Yes, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. And I mean, like I said, I think it's cool, though. I think it's really cool. I think it stirs things up a bit. I mean, he's obviously very talented. It's something that I think that's awesome. So I think you need that in there. You need to see that, especially now. I think, it needs something new, something fresh. And I think that's what they're trying to do. So it's getting more exciting again. Yeah, but I mean, my all-time favorites, good old HBK, Shawn Michaels, man. So he's gone. So
The
I don't think
Heartbreak Kid, yeah.
they're my favorite, man. So, but he's been gone for a while, so I don't think I'm ever gonna have that same love, unless he's on there.
That's true, but he does come back for random WrestleMania moments. Like he was there. What was it, last year when Triple H faced off against Sting, or 2 years ago, whatever it was. So he's been around.
Yeah, that's the thing. He does pop in every now and then. I love it. I'm like a little kid again. I get excited. I'm like, but yeah, man. So yeah, that's the cool thing about it. I love seeing when he comes back. I love when especially like Stone Cold or The Rock, any of them make their appearances again. But yeah, and I think that's cool that they still do that, man. That's definitely keeps it exciting.
Yeah, definitely have those WrestleMania moments, but
for sure.
Hey, you never know. Punk Rock Cowboy could be the theme for the upcoming Survivor Series. You never know.
Definitely. I mean, I'm writing. I'm like I said, once this is out, I'm focused on my LP. I'm gonna do some touring and then focused on writing my full length. And yes, I would love to do something in WWE. I would love to have my music featured on, even just one of their promos. So yeah, there's definitely things I'm interested in doing and trying to channel.
Yeah, definitely. And you just mentioned touring. Are you going to come out to the East Coast at all, or are you going to stick solely to the West Coast for now? But
I'm going to do a small run this summer, more West Coast, and then I do plan, I'd love to dabble over in the East Coast again and get out that way. Like I said, it's going to be just a small run over this summer, still working on the full length, and then, do touring in between towards the end where I want to try to get out to the East Coast. Definitely love to head back out that way.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to come see you and just see what this whole thing looks like live. Because I mean, like I've heard a few songs, and I'm like, okay, how is this going to translate well live? And I think you have a way to pull things off.
Yeah, it's trust me, I've had this question since I've even started doing it, and I still even have this question sometimes. But fortunately, I'm friends with a lot of band guys, being in bands, and I have support, and I've had plenty of my buddies saying, hey man, I'd love to, I'm gonna have a band live. Obviously, I'm gonna have that full sound. And then, of course, you got to use tracks. I'm a solo artist, so I'll have some tracks as well as a full band. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I'm nervous, but excited at the same time.
Yeah. So if, let's say, for this upcoming LP, you were given one person to collaborate with, who would it be?
Oh man, that's tough.
Any one of your choosing. Has to be alive though. Let's be honest. No dead person's gonna. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's so tough, man. That is so tough. Sheesh, because that even goes from like producers to music. Oh man, that's a hard one. Gosh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can pinpoint just one. I mean, I think, maybe on a producer level, maybe like Rick Rubin. That would be rad, man. His style is just so genius. He's worked at a lot of rad bands that obviously just influenced me. So I think he would definitely like help my sound evolve. As far as a musician level, man, that's hard, dude. That's hard, man. I mean, I love anywhere from Blink's the reason why I ever started playing guitar and playing music, Blink-182, so maybe like Travis or Mark or Billy from Green Day. Gosh, I mean, there's just so many. I mean, yeah, that's hard to pinpoint, man, but definitely one of those top three guys for sure. But the list goes on.
I love how you decided to omit Tom's name.
I mean, no, dude, I love Tom too, man. I mean, obviously original Blink, Scott, Tom, and Mark, but I mean, Blink to Travis, Tom, and Mark, and that's one of those things. I think together they're just something special. And I love Skiba too. I love what they do now with Matt. I'm an Alkaline fan. But yeah, I mean, he's got his whole thing going on. He's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
He's definitely out there, especially with Angels and Airwaves, and like his new. I think he's an author for like some space comic or some space novels now. It's really crazy, but the guy doesn't stop.
He doesn't, man. He keeps going, and it boggles my mind because just when you think you might have the guy figured out, it's just like he throws a wrench at you, and you're just like, what is this guy doing? What is he into? Like, it's just, he's out there, man. But I mean, it's crazy. I mean, he's evolved. Obviously, he's grown as a person. He's doing his thing, and it's one of those things that you gotta be who you are, and obviously, he's doing well. So, more power to him, man. But yeah, I think he's a genius songwriter. He's very, very catchy, and I love his lyrical content. He's probably one of my favorite writers. I love how he just tells a story with a lot of his songs. So it's something I look up to him as a writer, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And in this business, as you know, you got to keep changing. You got to keep evolving. You can't keep doing the same
Correct.
sound over and over again. So
Exactly. And that's why I'm doing the project I'm doing now. I just feel there needs to be something new, something fresh. And the way music's gone today, I just feel like it's become so just like it's just the same old thing, and I feel like it's lacking a lot of substance. It's not honest, and I feel like anybody feels like they can do it now. Which I mean, you can, but I mean, at least make it real,
yeah,
and and honest, And I just feel like people are just kind of just ripping each other off because they found something that works, and it's just kind of becoming generic and just I don't know. It's just not real to me. It's just becomes garbage in my opinion. So I just want to do something that hopefully, at least even if you're not a fan of my music, at least you can appreciate that I'm trying to do something real and honest and put a good message out there.
no, absolutely. I mean, like even in those two genres, in like the punk genre, punk like rock genre, and even the hip hop genre, it's becoming all stale, like the mainstream stuff. I mean, like you listen to mainstream rap, half the time you're like, what in the hell is this guy even saying?
That's so true, man. That's so true. I was having this conversation with a friend just last week, and it's just I don't know. It blows my mind, and a lot of these kids too. They buy into it, and it's weird. Like I mean, it's obviously working, but at the same time, it sucks because I feel like these kids are being cheated of, what like real music is, I guess, quote unquote.
Yeah, I
I
get it.
don't know. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's the way the world is now. You know what I mean? It's just you gotta roll with it. But I just hope to bring something different and fresh, and hopefully bring something. I don't want to say necessarily old school, but something from that time, something that meaned a little bit more. And I'm not trying to knock artists nowadays, but I'm just saying that I think we could do something a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A little bit more.
it became very disingenuous. That's the
I
whole
agree.
problem. Yeah.
Yes, completely. And a lot of it too, it's just like you're trying to write funny words for a catchy hook just to, make money. And
Yeah, and the prime example would be what's that song? I think it was called Panda by Designer.
yeah, yeah.
I don't understand what the hell is that even about.
Man, that song is so popular right now, and I don't get it either. I don't get it. And again, like I'm not gonna knock the person or
No, no, no.
the
I mean, they're
writers or
doing
anything.
something right. I mean, more power to them. But
Yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah. Exactly. Yes, I don't. I personally don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know, man. These kids are buying into it. They're digging it, and I just it blows my mind, man. But at the same time, to each their own. It's same thing with like that song "Stanky Leg" or whatever, however that song goes.
Oh, the whip and the nay nay.
Yeah, yeah. Like even that, it's kind of like, what is that? You know what I mean? But that became huge too, and it's just I don't know, man. It's just I guess understanding the audience and people are they're buying into it. So we're just in a time now where I think we have like I don't know, man. It's just I don't want to say maybe similar minds nowadays, but I think it's just I don't know.
I don't know
It's hard.
either. But actually, I have a
Yeah,
quick story. I have a quick story about whipping and nay-naying. So I frequent the website World Star Hip Hop a lot. I think like some of the videos on there are just like hysterical. And I actually got my girlfriend hooked to the Vine Comps, which is a compilation of all like the best vines of like the week or every 2 weeks, whatever they do. So, anyways, we saw a lot of whipping and nay-naying like before it got like really really popular. And we are like, we still don't know what the hell what it means and stuff like that. We were at a Yankee game, I think maybe a month ago, and during the national anthem, my girlfriend's like bugging me. I'm like, "What the hell are you doing? It's supposed to be a quiet moment." She goes, "Look up there. Is that kid nay-naying during the national anthem?" I go, well, "No, no, what? No, no, no. You fucking lost it." I look
yeah.
up and I see a kid actually doing the nay-nay during the national anthem. I just lost hope
That's
for humanity.
and that's my point. That's it. That's what our youth is coming to today. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. And I mean, it's. I'm gonna be honest. I think it sucks. So
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm definitely rooting for a whole new wave to come in. I'm hoping that and I know they're out there. I know those musicians are out there that have something real to say, and I'm rooting for them. And I'm trying to do that myself. So hopefully I can bring that about and be, if not the person that kickstarts, at least one of the people part of it. So that's what
yeah.
I'm trying to do.
I hear you there, man. But anyways, let me wrap this up. I know you got the gym and I know you got the studios, so you're a busy man. So let's see. You can
Sure.
go. We're talking with David Christopher right now. You could go on to imdavidchristopher.com, your website. He's on Instagram, David Punk Rock Christopher, Facebook.com/David Christopher Music, and Twitter is DPR Christopher. So.
That's right.
Yep, you got your new EP coming out, Rise of the Underdog, next month, and you could check out Punk Rock Cowboy featuring YouTuber Nicole Arbour and Gangsta Boo of 3-6 Mafia fame on your website and on your YouTube. So.
Yes, sir, and thank you so much, John. I appreciate chatting with you, man. It was fun, and I look forward to hopefully talking with you again, man.
Yeah, man. If you're ever out on the East Coast, whenever you are, let me know. We'll come on out. We'll party. Not Scott style, but we'll party.
We'll try, man.
Damn right, man. All right, Dave. Thank you so much, man.
All right, John. Thank you, man.
All right, later.
All right, later.